Hello, 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 hello. Sir, welcome to our next essay, that is essay 705. So we have reached our end of our essays. So we are on the last series, that is essay 705. Okay, so 705 talks about modification to the opinion in the independent auditor's report. So whenever we say a report will be modified, or we will modify the report, what does that mean? That is, we will either give an adverse opinion or a qualified opinion or a disclaimer opinion. Okay, so these are the three opinions that we give when we are modifying an opinion. So basically, what does a qualified report mean? Qualified is issued when your financial statements are misstated, having material. They are having material but not pervasive effect. That is, they are material but they are not pervasive. That is when you issue a qualified report. That is, the auditor would not have been able to collect sufficient and appropriate audit evidence for transactions that are having material but not a pervasive effect. So these are material but not pervasive. Okay, so it is sufficient and appropriate audit evidence you have not been able to obtain, and it is also material but it is not pervasive. What does pervasive mean? Pervasive means it is spread throughout the financial statement, that is everywhere. Okay, so this is your qualified. And niche I've also put a table so that you are able to understand. Then second is your adverse opinion. Now what does adverse opinion mean? Adverse opinion is issued when your financial statements are misstated, having both material and pervasive effects. So they are material also and they are pervasive also. That is, the materiality that you had determined as per SA 320, and it is also spread all throughout your financial statement. So it is material as well as pervasive. And next is your disclaimer of opinion. So disclaimer of opinion is issued when auditor has not been able to collect sufficient and appropriate evidence for transactions that are material and have pervasive effect. Okay, so that is your disclaimer. That is, it is pervasive also, and sufficient and appropriate audit evidence for material transactions auditor has not been able to get. So in such a case, it is disclaimer. Okay, so let's try and learn this while watching the video itself. Okay, so for your simplicity purpose, you only have to learn this table. So when you learn this table, first is material, second is your SAE, that is your sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Then there is your pervasive and your non-pervasive. So non-pervasive, in either case, it will always be a qualified opinion. Okay, and over here only if it is material. Okay, now how do you remember this? Material is adverse. Okay, so that is your ma. And if you are not able to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, then it is disclaimer. So SD. Okay, so what do you have to remember? Ma, SD, ma, SD. Non-pervasive is always qualified. Okay, NP is always Q. Non-pervasive is always qualified, but ma and SD. Okay, so this is ma and this is SD. So you only have to remember these two shortcuts. So if it is material, it will be adverse. If there is sufficient and appropriate audit evidence you're not able to get, then it is disclaimer of opinion. Okay, so ma and SD. Okay, now what do you have to consider while issuing a modified opinion? So again, R3, that is your qualified, adverse and disclaimer. Okay, now remember qualified. Remember, close your eyes. Qualified. Where did we do qualified? Qualified will be in the second column. That is when it is non-pervasive. Okay, so in qualified it is, except for the effects of matters prescribed in basis of qualified opinion section, the financial statement has been prescribed fairly in all material respects in accordance with the financial reporting framework. They're saying कि other than those matters which he has specified in this paragraph, that is basis of a qualified opinion, other than these items, the financial statements are okay. That is, financial statements have been prescribed fairly as per all FRF. So only the transactions which are not as per the financial reporting framework, in such cases, for those paragraphs we have already mentioned, rest everything is okay. Okay, what is adverse opinion? So in adverse, it says that in the auditor's opinion, because of significance of matter, see, adverse is material misstatement. Only in case of material misstatement it is adverse. Okay, so because of significance of matters described in the basis of adverse opinion section, the financial statement does not give a true and fair view of whatever matter you have identified in accordance with the applicable financial reporting framework. So this is what sentence, what wording will you put in the report. Okay, and next is your disclaimer, that is because of significance of matters described in the basis of disclaimer of opinion section, the auditor has not been able to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence for expressing an opinion, because we did SD, MA and SD. So disclaimer mein we are not able to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Okay. Then next. Okay. Okay. So next is your basis of opinion section. So you will have to amend the heading, that is either it will be basis of qualified, basis of adverse, or basis of disclaimer of opinion. Okay, what happened? So you will have, on the basis of what opinion you give, you will have to change the heading as to qualified, adverse, or disclaimer of opinion. You will also have to include a description of matters giving rise to modification. That is, when you have modified the report, why you have modified the report, you will have to give them a reason. Okay, so that is because of this reason, or because of these matters that I have identified, I am uh, qualifying my, I'm modifying my report. Okay, now causes of modification. So if there is a material misstatement in the amount, okay, so over here if there is a material misstatement in the amount, so you will have to give them a description of the misstatement as to about the misstatement, and you will also have to give them the amount, that is quantification of financial effect if determinable, that is you will be able to find a difference, that it should be this, but in the financial statement it is this, so this is the difference. Okay, if there is material misstatement in disclosure, so in such a case you will have to explain how the disclosures are misstated. If there is a material misstatement due to non-disclosure of required information, that is the financial reporting framework, the financial reporting framework has told us to that you have to give the disclosure, but your entity has not shown this disclosure, so there is a non-disclosure. In such a case, describe the nature of omitted information and include the omitted disclosure provided it is practicable. So you will also have to include that what disclosure should have been given. And if you are unable to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, okay, so remember, when you are unable to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, what did we do? MA and SD. Okay, so with S, what do you have? D, that is disclaimer of opinion. So you will have to state the reason of the inability, that is why you were not able to obtain the sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Okay, and last is your auditor's responsibility section. So when an auditor disclaims the opinion, when does an auditor disclaim an opinion? Remember, D is with S, that is sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. So if the auditor has not been able to get sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, and it is pervasive, remember it was in the pervasive section, the auditor shall amend the description of auditor's responsibility to include only the following. So that is, the auditor's responsibility will be limited. That is, statement that the auditor's responsibility is to conduct audit in accordance with essays and issue auditor's report. Okay, this is one thing you will include, and the second is statement that because of significance of matter described in the basis of disclaimer of opinion, auditor was not able to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence to provide a basis for an audit opinion. So all of this you will have to include in your uh, responsibility section. Okay, so these are the two things you will have to include in the, if there is a disclaimer of opinion. And with this we are done with this essay, and I will see you in the next one.